In this video, we'll cover banners on the chapter web pages. Um, I'm going to start with the small banners, and the small banners are used on the main chapter web page, photo galleries, events, and sessions. The size you want on these is ideally 1500 pixels by 320 pixels, and I'm going to show you what that looks like on here real quick. So I'm just going to start with a small banner so you can see that. And then I'll show you what happens when you put a banner that's the wrong size in. So this is a banner that's made in that 1500 by 320. It fits the size well, and it'll change what you show depending on uh, your screen size as well. So let's look at it in mobile. It does get a little weird, and you'll see what happens. So it shows just the center of the picture. So the one I showed is not a good picture because what you want is you want your subject centered in the middle of a 1500 by 320 pixel image. That way on mobile, when the sides come together, you'll still see something that makes sense and is interesting to look at. Now, just to demonstrate what happens when we use an image that isn't the right size, I'm going to use just a really small picture that has, kind of vaguely squarish dimensions. And so what happened here is it wasn't wide enough, so it just blew it up to fit the size. So we just get soldier's hat is all we end up getting. So you want to make sure that your images are wide enough so it doesn't stretch them. You probably can't see from the video, but this is also very pixelated because it's blown up so much. Now I'm going to show what a larger image will look like real quick. And this is a 1600 by 900 pixel image, which we'll cover in a minute. But this is what you would normally use for blogs and news items on the chapter website. And so, it looks a little better than the small image, but it doesn't really know where to crop and where to stretch. So it just looks like the top part of the picture is all it can show here. So, just be aware that when you're posting banners on pages that you need to fit the size of the content type. And also you need to ideally center your content. So if it's viewed on mobile, it'll make sense. Now I'll show what this banner would look like on the correct page. And this is just a blog sample. So if we use that large image here, you'll see that it shows the full image, and then it also kind of wraps around the rest of the content on the left and right. And real quick, I'll also show you what happens if you use an image that isn't wide on the blog post. And again, you pretty much just get uh, whatever the system decides to crop out. Coming back over here, similarly, if we just pull a random image, this is the original image this was from without any cropping or anything like that. It does a better job than the really small square photo, but it really doesn't know where to crop, so it just kind of crops from the bottom. So that's basically all I wanted to show you. Just be aware of these things when you are making your banners for the chapter pages. Again, 1500 by 320 for the main chapter webpage, photo galleries, events, and sessions, and 1600 by 900 pixels for blogs and news to make them look the best.